not during the height of promotion, nor at the peak of online speculation. William Chan chose to confirm that he has a child only after Love's Ambition. The drama he headlined alongside Zhao Lusi had officially completed filming. The timing immediately captured international media attention. Why did this announcement come at such a precise moment? Was it simply a coincidence shaped by circumstance, or a conscious decision to draw a clear boundary between professional collaboration and personal life? In an industry where on-screen chemistry often fuels off-screen narratives, timing rarely exists without meaning. When viewed alongside Zhao Lusi's rising influence and Chan's long-standing reputation for privacy, this disclosure suggests more than a personal update. It signals a carefully considered choice, one that invites deeper examination rather than quick conclusions. After Love's Ambition officially wrapped production, the project entered a phase that is often considered the most delicate for lead actors. Post-filming periods are when audience attention intensifies, behind-the-scenes content circulates, and fictional relationships are frequently projected onto real life. For Zhao Lusi, whose popularity continues to rise across Asian and international markets, even minor associations can quickly become amplified narratives. In such an environment, silence can unintentionally invite speculation. Any lack of clarity surrounding a co-star's private life risks being filled by assumptions shaped by fan culture and media algorithms. This is why the period immediately following the end of filming holds particular significance. It is a moment when professional obligations have concluded, yet public interest remains high. Decisions made at this stage often determine whether a narrative stabilizes or spirals beyond control. In the Chinese entertainment industry, romantic dramas rarely end when filming stops. On-screen chemistry often fuels continued speculation, with audiences eager to extend fictional narratives into real life. Following Love's Ambition, this risk was particularly pronounced. Zhao Lusi and William Chan are both highly visible figures, and any ambiguity surrounding their off-screen dynamic could easily invite exaggerated interpretations. Without a clear statement, public discourse might have continued to link Zhao to assumptions that had little to do with her work. By openly confirming that he has a child, William Chan effectively brought those narratives to a close. The announcement established an unmistakable boundary between professional collaboration and personal reality. Rather than allowing fan-driven or media-generated stories to gain momentum, he chose to define the narrative himself. In doing so, he reduced the likelihood of Zhao Lusi being drawn into prolonged speculation, ensuring that attention remained focused on her performance, not conjecture about her private life. In high-profile productions, public attention often shifts unevenly, and female actors tend to bear a disproportionate share of scrutiny. For Zhao Lusi, whose career momentum remains strong and closely watched, prolonged ambiguity surrounding a male co-star's private life could easily redirect speculation toward her. In such cases, silence does not remain neutral. It creates space for assumptions to grow. By choosing to speak for himself, William Chan effectively removed the possibility of Zhao becoming an unintended focal point of gossip. His announcement placed responsibility squarely where it belonged, on his own life and choices, rather than allowing narratives to attach themselves to a younger colleague. From a professional standpoint, this move aligns with an unspoken code within the industry. Senior actors are expected to manage their personal disclosures in ways that minimize collateral impact. In this sense, the timing was not merely self-protective. It was a calculated step to prevent Zhao Lusi from being framed, directly or indirectly, as part of a story that had nothing to do with her. Timing plays a decisive role in how personal news is received, particularly within a highly commercialized industry. Had William Chan chosen to reveal his family status while Love's Ambition was still in production or during its promotional cycle, the focus could have shifted away from the project itself. More importantly, it could have placed Zhao Lusi in an uncomfortable position. fielding questions unrelated to her work, or being drawn into narratives she had no control over. By waiting until filming was fully completed, Chan minimized any potential disruption to Zhao's professional trajectory. At this stage, her performance could stand on its own, without being overshadowed by off-screen speculation. From a media strategy perspective, this was the least intrusive moment possible. It ensured that Zhao's career momentum remained intact, while allowing Chan to address his private life transparently. The decision reflects an understanding that timing is not only about personal readiness, but also about safeguarding the professional space of those involved. Beyond industry dynamics and media timing, the most fundamental factor behind William Chan's decision lies within his private life. Becoming a father inevitably reshapes priorities, especially for someone who has spent years carefully separating personal matters from public attention. By choosing to acknowledge his child openly, Chan signaled a shift from image preservation to parental responsibility. In interviews, he has emphasized that he did not want his child to grow up feeling hidden or unacknowledged. Waiting until professional obligations were fulfilled allowed him to make this announcement without attaching it to any ongoing project or co-star. From this perspective, the timing reflects emotional readiness rather than strategic calculation alone. It marks a moment in which his role as a father took precedence over maintaining ambiguity for the sake of public appeal. The announcement was not framed as spectacle, but as a clear statement of accountability, an affirmation that family, once established, deserves recognition, independent of career cycles. With Love's Ambition concluded, William Chan also reached a natural turning point in how he presents himself to the public. Romantic dramas often extend their influence beyond the screen, blurring the line between character and actor. By confirming his family status after filming ended, Chan decisively separated his on-screen persona from his real-life identity. This move signaled a transition away from the long-standing image of a romantic lead defined by ambiguity. Instead, he repositioned himself as a mature actor, grounded in stability and responsibility. The timing allowed audiences to appreciate the drama as fiction, while understanding that the actor behind it had entered a different life stage. In doing so, Chan avoided sustaining unrealistic projections and reaffirmed a clear boundary between performance and reality. The announcement, therefore, functioned not only as personal disclosure, but also as a deliberate recalibration of his public image. Taken together, William Chan's decision does not appear to be impulsive or accidental. It sits at the intersection of professional responsibility, personal maturity, and a clear awareness of how narratives form in the public eye. By choosing this specific moment after Love's Ambition concluded, he addressed his private life without entangling a co-star or an ongoing project. Yet interpretation ultimately rests with the audience. Was this a gesture of protection toward Zhao Lusi, a declaration driven by fatherhood, or a strategic recalibration of his public identity? Perhaps it was all of these at once. As the boundaries between celebrity image and personal life continue to evolve, this case invites reflection. How much responsibility should public figures bear for the narratives surrounding them and those around them? We invite you to share your perspective.